on to you, Scorpios. How y'all doing? So for you, Scorpios, you have the Four of Ariel, the Peace card, and then you have the Knight of Michael. So the Peace card is Scorpio, basically. So you showed up in your own reading. Again, good fortune. You know, good things, good stuff, good fortune when that happens. Um, uh, wow. Okay, so for you Scorpios, right? There's something. Okay, so I gotta. Okay, how am I gonna? All right, you Scorpios basically standing your ground when it comes to somebody who isn't really giving you what you Scorpios want as far as high level experiences. And what I mean when I say high level, I mean it's low quality, right? The experiences that they're giving to you. What I mean when I say high level, I mean without games, without unnecessary issues. A lot of you Scorpios basically, you stood your ground. The Four of Ariel, the Peace card, the Knight of Michael. These three cards right here represent how you Scorpios may have tried to get to know somebody, but the way that they were interacting with you, you didn't like, and you basically you stood tall on it, and you were willing to let them go. So what happened is they noticed this, right? So the Knight of Gabriel and the Queen of Michael, right, represents their attitude, their interaction towards you, which is aggressive, aggressive. You know, them having issues, them not really being in a position where they can actually show you anything good that would have you Scorpios be like, I like this person. You know, to have you Scorpios continue to be interested. Because all it is I'm seeing here is that they basically, now here come the games, right? And now you Scorpios are like, oh, here they come, right? Because who are they in the first place to have been giving you issues? They didn't have to do that. All they needed to do was step to you correctly. They ain't want to do that. So now that's a problem because, again, like, you Scorpios are standing your ground. Like, nah, you're not going for it. So now it's so now it's like their tactics that they were trying to do, their manipulative games, it ain't working. Because you Scorpios are accustomed to this. Scorpio's the most manipulative zodiac sign. How they gonna out manipulate the manipulator? You understand? You understand what I'm saying? And so they coming to you with this. This is preaching to the choir. This is how they gonna teach you something that you already know. Like, Scorpios are manipulative when they're at their worst. So what do they think they're gonna do now that you Scorpios are on point? Like, try to get you caught up with that? They gotta, I mean, I'm not saying that you can't get caught, but what I'm saying is you Scorpios gotta work extra hard if they think that they're gonna manipulate you. Because you Scorpios see right through it. They coming to you with mad problems, with a lot of problems. I know New York slang. Some of y'all may not know New York slang. Okay, they're coming to you with a lot of problems. And so, um, that you ain't going for that. You're not going for that. Why would you go for that? You're not. And they upset because now it's, oh, XYZ. And the thing is that now you also have the Justice card, right? And the leap of faith. If they want to get in good with you, they gotta come off of that. They gotta actually deal with you specifically. The problem though is, here's the problem. The problem though is the Queen of Gabriel though. That's the problem. That's a big problem. The reason why it's a problem is because they're being called, so to speak. In other words, the elephant in the room is if they are going to be taken seriously by you Scorpios, they're going to have to step their game up. They're going to have to not play games with you and actually develop other things that they've got going on. Or maybe they don't have a whole lot going on. That's probably the reason why they're pulling that nonsense in the first place. But the point that I'm trying to make here is it doesn't matter. They're going to have to develop themselves a little bit more or a lot more and actually offer something more than just giving you headaches and problems. Because you Scorpios, again, you're accustomed to manipulation because you're the zodiac sign of manipulation. Y'all understand manipulation at y'all worst. What do they think exactly is going to happen, right? And so the situation with that is you Scorpios just understand it innately, like, oh, they running games but see, here's the thing. You being who you are, it challenges them to be better, and they don't want to do that. That's the problem. They don't want to do that. But at the same time, the Queen of Gabriel not only represents they don't want to do that, it also represents, well, you Scorpios are not going to lower yourselves to match what they want you to do. You're not going to be manipulated. And that's the thing that they have a problem with. Because the 10 of Michael and the 8 of Ariel represents they're going to continue to give you a problem. They're going to talk about you behind your back. To their friends and stuff like this, they're going to let you know. They're going to talk about you behind your back. That's just what happens. That's just what happens. Because the 10 of Raphael and the 8 of Ariel right here speaks about how you Scorpios aren't going. They're going to try to, because what I'm seeing here is they're going to try to give it one last chance. Like, oh, Scorpio, stop playing, right? But I'm going to tell you what's happening. That's their last hurrah. That's them trying to do what the best that they can to actually make sure that they kind of secure you Scorpios, right? Because they don't have a lot of value in which they can offer like that. That's the thing. That's the gag. That's what they don't want you to observe about them. They don't have a lot to bring to the table like that. They don't trust that they have a lot going on. So maybe they do, but they don't trust it. Maybe they just don't have anything. And so the 10 of Raphael and the 8 of Ariel represents, you Scorpios being content with your lives. You know what's going on for you. You have joy, you have internal peace and all of that. It's not, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you what is low value. What's low value, so to speak, is the dysfunctional stuff that they're doing. Because if they would have stepped to you Scorpios correctly, depending on the level of you Scorpios, y'all would have been the ones to be like, okay, now you're in the hot seat, right? You Scorpios got to actually do something because now you're in the hot seat. You just can't play fancy. You got to actually be about something. But they ain't even want to do that. They were insistent on giving you problems. That's the catch-22, right? That's the problem that they're having. But that's not your problem because the 8 of Ariel represents you still have value, right? Let's clarify the 8 of Ariel. Six of Wands, 3 of Swords, Tower, High Priestess. Then you have the Hanged Man to clarify the 8 of Ariel, right? To clarify the 8 of Ariel. So the 8 of Ariel would be like the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is being wanted to be left alone, specifically from them, focusing on what you got to do because you Scorpios don't have time for people that want to just annoy you with their silly games. The 6 of Wands, 3 of Swords, Tower card. That's the thing. You Scorpios, they know what you Scorpios are going to do. You're going to go talk to other people and get to know other people. You're not waiting. You're not wasting your time. That's the problem. So the 3 of Swords, they're heartbroken off of it. Tower, Scorpio energy. They heartbroken off of it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't matter because they got to fix their issues. They should have stepped to you correctly, like I said before. The high priestess, the top hanged man. But what they will do is them basically leaving you alone. To them, they're thinking to themselves, this is not the end of it. They'll more than likely be back. It's just that they're going to go disappear to improve and maybe, speak to you, try to reach out and speak to you again. So again, a lot of you Scorpios applying pressure. I'm just saying, a lot of you Scorpios are out here applying pressure. So let's clarify the Justice card. Okay, let's clarify the Justice card. The Hierophant, the Empress, Seven of Cups, Justice, and then the Sun card. The Hierophant, the Empress, right? The Seven of Cups, again, which Empress, Justice, both of them are Libra, right? Again, you Scorpios have more self-love than that. You have more self-respect than that. If this was a couple of years ago, maybe even 2 years ago, 2023, maybe you would have went for it. But you Scorpios understand now you have a lot more self-respect than what you did. You can't just accept anything. You got to pay attention to what you are accepting and whom you're accepting. You can't just say yes to every single thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you want. But what you want can't be outrageous. You know what I'm saying? It can't be like, and so the Justice card, right? We're not even going to clarify the card with the same card, but the Sun card here represents, because things are getting on and popping in your life. Things are happening. That's great for you, Scorpio. So why should you have to stop in order for them to catch up to you because they not working on themselves? But that's the thing. They are working on themselves now. They feel like now they got to go back to the drawing board. They got to go back to basics. They got to figure out what are they doing wrong to work out whatever they're doing wrong and then come back to you and try to say something. But the problem with them is they also have to get over the mentality, though, because they don't come through humbly. And sometimes that can muddy the waters because it's like they can't look to insult you and be with you at the same time. That don't make any sense. That will only, again, create an infinite revolving door back again to this is why you and them have beef, right? This is why the two of you have problems, because they, even when they're trying to call themselves being humble, they still giving you issues. And truth be told, it's really not necessary. You Scorpios are treating them as a human being at respect, and they just can't seem to I don't know, they just can't seem to act like they have common sense. They just wilding. And so you Scorpios understand you can't have someone like that. You can't be around somebody like that. You can't be around somebody like that. And so that's the thing, though. They think that, they could go work on themselves or work on their looks. But what they don't understand, or maybe some of them do, or maybe some of them may know this, but they still have to work at this. They don't understand that it's more than just their looks. They got to work on their character. Other than that, you Scorpios are doing great. Y'all are not the ones that have the problem. Other people do. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. Listen, we're coming up on 22,000, We got 21,934 subs. Insane. Absolutely wild. I have some of the best subscribers on YouTube. I promise you. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video, smash the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, Scorpios, you can. The link to that is in the comment section below. It's called the Linktree link. Also, I just want to go ahead and say that for those people who buy $100, at least $100 in my books, and or right, whichever one you want, $100 of my tarot reading. Uh, I'm saying all at one time, right? Not, you don't have to buy both. I'm saying like you can buy either or. It's up to you, or both. It's up to you, as long as the $100 threshold is met within one session, pretty much. You can always come through and get a free 15-minute tarot reading from me. So I want to give back. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to act. Y'all have been giving me so much support. I want to actually do things to give back, make sure that I'm not like just greedy and but that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.